Hi, I'm Thanos. Today we will go back to the days where life was much simpler but also more difficult. We are the founders of a village. Our goal is to find the right people to work with us to build, provide and ensure the prosperity of our village. So, let's dive into the box and see what's hiding inside. You are the founder of a new village during the Middle Ages in the years after the Great Plague. The loss of so many people has created big problems for the survivors. Many of the people the villagers used to depend on for essential things like food, shelter and clothes are gone. Craftsmen find themselves without suppliers of raw materials, traders have lost their customers, and many have lost their farms and workshops as they escaped the plague. The roads are full of refugees seeking a new beginning. They come to you, hoping to settle down on your land and make a living. Your grain farm is the ideal starting point for a village, reliably providing food for many people. You must choose wisely who you allow to settle with you, as your food and resources are limited. The people on the road have valuable and unique skills, but they all in turn rely on other people with very specific crafts to be able to work. Raw materials, tools and services must be provided by other people from the road. If you manage to find people that can work together to make a profit while increasing your food surplus and capacity for building new houses, your village will be prosperous. This is the road. This is the place where you will find people to work for you. On the opposite side of the road, around the market, there are more people waiting for their chance to work for you, to cross the street and become your villagers. Finally, walking down the road, you will find the basic villagers, lumberjacks, miners and hayers, ready to provide their services. Each player is a founder of a village and takes a founder's card, a village square, 8 gold and 5 cards. The rest of the cards form the reserve. As a founder, in each round, you draft villagers from the road from either the face-up or face-down piles. If a face-up card is chosen, then immediately a villager from the leftmost stack of the face-down piles crosses the road to the face-up side to be available for the next player to draft. All the villagers you draft are placed on your village square and then to your hand. Then you proceed to the building phase, where you place villagers from your hand to your village to start building and producing goods. Your villagers are first gathered in the square and then are deployed to the building sites. In this phase, you can also return up to 3 villagers from your hand to the face-down part of the road and get basic villagers of your choice and immediately place them in your village. Some villagers are part of a production chain, and if so, they must be placed on the order listed on top of each other, because a tailor needs a weaver, a spinner and a shepherd to have something to tailor. The villagers that are part of this chain and get covered by others lose their abilities and only their name is visible, just to keep track of the chain status. The villagers that form a production chain can have up to 2 villagers on top of them. A miner can provide ore for a locksmith or a seeker. A lumberjack can provide wood for a log rafter, a cooper or a cartwright. Among the villagers, there are some in red color which are special villagers with powerful special actions that can really help you build your village. During the game, there are 2 market phases that occur when the respective stacks on the road are emptied. In these phases, players earn gold depending on the visible coins and tokens on their cards in their villages. Don't get fooled by the gold you have gathered in the first market phase and become stingy, stacking up packs of gold, because you have a long way to go. Keep up expanding your village and getting food supplies, and the money will eventually come. In later rounds, The second market phase will take place where you score the silver symbols along with the gold ones. The silver symbols grant you gold by multiplying the number on them with the respective symbol on the card. After the second market phase, the game is over and the player with the most gold wins the game. Now you can do it. The game comes with a solo mode where you will strive to prosper against the will of the dreaded Countess and her evil machinations. She wants full control of the people and will try to stop the villagers from organizing on their own by any means. The game is played with some rule additions and using 2 decks of events that will occur in every round and try to stop you from building your village and live happily ever after. Through the year, various traditions, visitors and events give the opportunity to the villagers for business and pleasure expansion. Shifting Seasons features several new modules for the villagers' base game, allowing for greater variability, more opportunity and even more crucial decisions. This expansion brings the 4 seasons to our villages. These seasons appear in the form of events that occur when a face-down stack runs out. These events enrich the game in many ways and offer more strategic choices, new actions and scoring opportunities to all the founders of the villages. There is a new type of cards, the teams, which are double-sided and provide your village with food or builders. They are placed next to the basic villagers and can be acquired the same way as the basic villagers, but you have to discard 2 cards to play a team, and you can have only 1 team in your village. The clay suit is introduced to the game, which allows for longer games or can be used instead of the grape suit. There are also 3 new villagers, the shepherd, the graper and the tanner, and 7 new powerful special villagers. Before setting up the game, put the 7 new villagers and the extra graper to the main deck of villagers. If you want to include the clay suit in a 2 or 3 player game, you will have to remove the grape suit and some villagers from the clay suit. If playing with 4 or more players, you must add to the deck all the villagers in the clay suit, the 7 new special villagers, as well as the tanner, the shepherd and the graper. Then shuffle the 6 starting villagers to the main deck and deal 6 random villagers face up on the road. Beginning with the spring card, place the events under each stack that doesn't have a market card. Near the village, the monastery has been restored. People from the road choose to become nuns or monks and are never seen again. The monastery is completely self-sufficient and it doesn't participate in markets and local commerce. The monastery is a simpler and more relaxed way to play solo because you don't care what the Countess has in mind. You just focus on your village. With this expansion, you get to explore new strategies and become familiar with how the suits work. It's like a practice where you compete against yourself every time you play the game. The rules are simple. Each turn you draft a card from the road and the monastery, based on the priority card, converts 1 villager to a nun or monk, taking them from the road forever. Well, this was our story of villagers and the Shifting Seasons expansion. Until our next adventure, take care and remember, money is numbers and numbers never end. If it takes money to be happy, your search for happiness will never end.